That's all set. Alright. Echo, echo, boner, boner. Alright, cool. Awesome. Well, um, yeah, I guess I could fucking talk about my hikes and stuff like that. They're mainly solo. They're gonna just kind of checking things out, getting some exercise, breaking things down. Put some serious hiking, like, some people wouldn't even believe what I've done. Some people thought it would be AI. Some people think it's a lie. That's how extreme my hikes actually are. Um, Mind you, everything is like legitimate, but when people are caught in disbelief and conspiracy, and they're trying to figure out what signs what and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, they're just caught up in their own bullshit, and they don't know anything at all. So this is what the main problem is with that. That's okay though. That's all right. That's basically proven to like make things a little bit easier to explain. And you'd have like people caught in disbelief because probably there were people causing or interacting like animals or right, like so all the facts are pretty much covered up by other people's actions because I don't think I screw around with that work and people do dumb shit. You know it's just way easier to learn about these animals when everyone is just a complete dick. So yeah. Um, what the fucking hell? So it's just at that point where things cover up the fact that you're willing to face what's in reality, and these are genuinely facts, not just some like rogue instances where people are just gonna intentionally call me crazy when I actually know what I'm talking about. So I got the help. So like some of the experiences I've had. Well, it was on like a 27-mile hike. I would have to say it was over 27 miles. It was because I had to, talk to one of the neighbors at the other end of the trail for some water for the way back, just to help myself out here, and he was really cool about it, and it was around like roughly 29, 30, depending on how you want to cut it, because I had to walk all the way to the end of the road, and so I went through it once, so that's like half of it is like 15 miles or something like that. Or like 14, 13, something, 13 and a half. And then I turn around and go back, but on my way through the first time, I actually was checking rocks. I was like checking the wet spots, checking the pits, like, because, the trail is being marked by these animals and they're currently and actively hunting. And there's like, I smell like one rock, and you definitely know it was wolf or coyote piss or something like that for sure, right? And I checked this other one, and it didn't have a scent at all. And I'm like, man, like what the fuck? That's really weird. You just kind of dip your fingers in it and sniff it just to make sure that you know what's around you, so you're like maintaining a safe distance from whatever's out there, you know. And you know what's going on. So if you ever see like marked rocks on a trail, because they always they're going to be hunting on that trail for like ever because of the way it is. And there was also a hunting post over there too, but it's kind of foolish to not like check your surroundings before you actually start hunting. It's just how these dogs set up was all around where they were hunting the whole fucking time because they knew what they were doing. So you know, if you're planning on hunting, definitely check your surroundings. Definitely take, definitely check the trail. Definitely know where they're at. Definitely know the hiding spots. Definitely know what's effective. Because I found some spots that if I was a fucking coyote, wolf, or whatever, I'd be right up in it. Because like, it's the easiest way to just get something easy. Because it's all about that. Like you have like this whole entire bush, right? And then you have this other bush on the other side, and then you're just kind of walking up the center of the trail, right? But if you go beyond the bush, literally beyond the bush, there's just a big giant open space, but the foliage covers everything on the trail. So you can't really see through it unless you're actually intentionally looking through it. And I actually had I'm not sure if it was a wolf or a coyote, but this thing was off to my right, and I saw a patch of fur right over here. Like I'm walking past them, and I looked down for a second, and I'm seeing this, and I saw like this patch of fur right between there. And next thing you know, he starts calling out like a couple, as I'm a safe distance away from him, and he can't hear me anymore. He starts calling out that I'm fucking food. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit. Um, no, wait a minute. This is on the way back too, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is definitely not it because he didn't really see me and I seen him. And as long as you don't run, I mean, nothing's really gonna attack you because usually anything that they're trying to guide into their mates ahead of them because they understand where everybody's like positioned and you know pretty much see the purpose of why he called out because whatever's just past him is going to start running. So then I just kind of sort of got a little bit lost, and it was I mean it kind of I don't know, the maps on my phone weren't really like working properly per se, but I guess we could all talk about why. But to see the point, so I ended up getting a little bit lost and kind of tried to get myself back on the trail while my phone was glitching. And turns out I'm like sitting there looking in the mud and stuff, and then I see this big giant print, and I'm like, I just kind of look down, and I'm like looking at it. I'm checking the print, seeing how big it was, and I'm like, is that like a fucking bear or something? And this is all on one hike, dude. This is like 27 miles of excellence. I'm checking down, and I'm looking, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because it was like right in the mud. So I'm like, all right, something just isn't right here. And then all of a sudden I hear a kick. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over, and there's this massive fucking wolf right in front of me. Had no idea, hiding in plain fucking sight. And I'm like, dude, uh, whoops. And I just slowly back up. Slowly back up, checking my phone, seeing what's going on. Not really concerned if I'm on a trail or not anymore. And I slowly back up because I know what he's doing, and he was just right there trying to get something. And I had no fucking idea he was there. The main problem, dude. If I was anything else but what I was, that thing would have fucked me up. Yet I had no idea what was going on right there. And it was a hot day too, so it's like they're not gonna be trying to pick fights with humans or anything like that, and especially if they're not provoked in any way, shape, or form. But dude, it was absolutely huge. It seemed like a mixed breed or something, but it was just really fucking huge. And I ran into actually a couple mixed breeds on the trail. Like after that. I kind of like got near where the hunters were at, and I wasn't sure if they were there. And I'm like, kind of, I kind of said something, so I just didn't, kind of shouted out a little bit just to make sure that they, if I walked in the woods, they weren't just, full of shit and ready to fire. Because some people fire first and ask questions later, just to let some of them know I'm kind of in the woods. I'm like, oh, fucking da 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 da. And like, I got back on the trail because I got a little sidetracked here, but then I got back on the actual trail and kind of worked things out the right way. And then I go past this bush, or again, I'm still on my way back, and it was right near their hunting post. I look off to my left, and there's like this German Shepherd. Like, not even kidding. There's literally like this German Shepherd just hanging out in the woods, something that kind of resembled it. And I'm like looking at it like up close. It could have like this huge patch. So I seen, by the time I actually seen him, if he, like, considering how quick these animals are, if I was anything else but what I was, again, like, toast. Absolutely fucking toast. But the main thing with these animals is that they're extremely sensible and extremely strategic. And basically, I could talk about what happened on my way up. You know, like, like that was on my way back. I saw three, but on my way up, I heard something in the woods. It was like kind of right by a pond near like, and there was like a cage in it. But I heard some really, really heavy prints in the woods, and I'm hearing this thing just kind of move around, like, and it's not really like a squirrel or anything because it sounds a little heavier than a squirrel. And he's trying to get me to run from him, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm listening to it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, you know what? I know he can't see me and I can't see him, but I don't want to like. I don't know. I'm not. I was not positive what it was, but it sounded really heavy, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna pick up like two sticks, all right, and I'm just gonna clank them together because he can't see me and it's just gonna confuse him, right? And if at that point I'm assuming this thing was a bear because of how fucking, yeah, like it's just, I don't know. I just wasn't very comfortable with what the fuck was going on, and I really did hear that thing, and it just wasn't positive of what I was, but I clanked the two sticks together to kind of ward it off because it's just a different sound. And he stopped actually doing that because he knew I knew he was there, but he didn't like, he didn't want to like come out and be like, "Urgh," and fucking fuck my shit up unless he was positive. Because, and the animals do have a thought process behind them, so, and they don't want to reveal themselves for no reason, especially for the wrong ones. But yeah, that was Mattituck Trail in Connecticut. And I mean, I hiked all the way from, the skate park to Brophy Pond and back. So that's like an actual 27-mile hike. Give or take a mile or two, depending on what you're doing or how you get lost or whatever's going on. But yeah, that was really that was really intense. It takes about 9 hours, 10 minutes. Nobody believes it, so it's all right. And I highly doubt people are gonna be hitting along the trail fucking around with a guy like this. But if you point, that's what you want to fucking say, man. That's it. Big old fucking big old bear, man. Big old squad here. I hiked to the point where there's like literally no human interaction whatsoever. And it was fucking so peaceful, man. And that pond, when you actually get to it and see it, it has the clearest waters you've ever seen in your fucking life, dude. It's just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful. Maybe there are like a couple lily pads on the top, but that, I don't know, man. It was just so fucking. I'd love to go fishing there, but I don't know any of the neighbors there. And there's really no, like, at the other end of the trail, there's no parking spot for people to kind of like go in there and destroy it. So the fish have got to be huge there, and he kind of got to know somebody in order to like be like, all right, well, here we go. Because then, like, from the other end of the trail, it's only like what, around 2, maybe 3 miles into the woods, depending. I don't know. It's maybe a mile and a half or something to get in there. Like you kind of like debating on, you know, it was all right, man. Like it was good. It was good. Anyway, I don't like people fishing around me anyway because they just do stupid shit and leave their fucking line in the water and they don't know what the fuck they're fucking doing. You get hung up, they have to cut the line, they don't even try to get it out. Like, ah, I fucking hate people so much. I'm like, if that could be an available fishing spot for me, I'll definitely take it. Anything that's publicly available has either been fished out, restocked, or tampered with. That is just clean and extraordinary water, dude. Like, you cannot get any better than that. And that would probably be the only reason why I would have a fishing pole still. And believe me, I had my bear instances where I lived prior. Like, I actually fell into a swamp, but there's a bear over there kind of doing his own thing, and I don't know. I just had no fucking idea. Dude, come on. Man, you got people bugging the hell out of him, and he's getting all pissed off. The fucking animal for getting that way. By the time I figured it out and assumed this is the way this is and this is the way that is. But at the same time, you can't exactly not say it was what it was when I just see these things in my fucking mirror. Like, how would you ever say something about, how these animals are when you really don't know? It's just get to the point, man. Like, they don't all jaw pop. They don't all, make certain noises. And their paw pads are like sandpaper, too. So if it puts its paw on your car, you're gonna fucking know. Oh, yeah, the last red Toyota Corolla, I have like this, like on the front of my hood. It was like on the right side. This thing was like, I heard a big giant thud on my hood, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because I'm sitting there, inspecting the wildlife like I was, I told the cops that, asking for my registration. I'm like, yeah, just check out the wildlife, seeing what the fuck's going on here, because, anybody would be interested if you're getting approached by two coyotes in the middle of the fucking night, dude. Like, nobody wants to fucking just sit there and be like, no, nothing's going on here, boys. Like, no, it's like now I'm, because they're checking me out and inspecting me, and they're gonna probably attack or something, but I couldn't afford to just let it go, And thankfully I didn't, because I just got way more experience than anybody else did with those things. What they're talking about, how they're talking about, what parts of the body they know about, why they know about it, what they're, why they cover so much ground, why they're in certain positions, and then when you start, adding it up to yourself and your own knowledge pool of how the body functions, then you can see a lot of their knowledge come to you in that, like, in that way. Like, not being able to watch your back, it's one of those things because they have to kind of stuff themselves in order to survive. And it's a very common thing for them not to be able to do that. So that's why they keep jaw popping. It's an effective hunting strategy. And some people just assume that it's about drugs or things of that nature. And I'm telling you, it's not. They use whatever they're hunting's body against it in order to make sure they could actually kill it. Why do you think you hear, deer screaming bloody murder in the middle of the night? Because he didn't hear the pop. He wasn't eating at the point in time. He went, and then no response, no shift in motion. These bears do check you out like that. And then he's gonna follow his prey until, well, or it's just gonna, keep going around in these circles that I'm going in, and then eventually it's gonna come around that corner, and he's like, all right, I've seen how it was, and I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him because I know this is it. And next thing you know, you hear, ah! In the middle of the fucking night, like, yeah, I've heard some nasty shit. Well, that's just how they hunt, man. It had nothing to do with drugs. I don't know why everyone's like so obsessed with drugs. Makes no sense. Like cocaine bear and this and that. I mean, like maybe if you turn it into that, I mean, other jam packed full of shit in order to understand what they were like. Other than that, it's not about that. Like bears and cocaine don't. It doesn't. It's not a thing. Like it's just the way they hunt naturally. Nobody really taught them that. It's just something that they learn because they actually have to gorge themselves in order to survive. Like it's not. They've breached those points of sanity where they were unsafe. It's not like something that they learned overnight. This is why these bears are actually like strategic and tactical hunters, man. Like this is just all about it, man. Like it has nothing to do with drugs at all. That's why I love those animals too, because I recognize their intelligence. I recognize what they can do, and I'm just shocked, man. I really am. On another trail, I think it was like Penwood State Park near the Metacomet head. I'm not sure like what part of that trail it was. I'm not sure where the fuck it was. But yeah, it was one of those trails. Which was obviously part of the Metacomet trail that I was on because there was like a huge. They had about an 8 mile loop. Took me a couple hours to complete, but it was fun. Um, on that trail, it was like not even about a quarter of the way in. I'm kind of doing my own thing, checking out like what was it? Just checking out the rocks and how the Metacomet Trail was, and it's just with the way it actually is. There's certain patterns within like the stone placement, the hills, just the intensity of what the hike truly is and what it offers to people. And it's just like it's just there's nothing like it, dude. There really is nothing like it. Like the rocks, everything, and it's just paying attention to those subtle details. It just I just love it. I just love how intense it gets and just fucking dead. Okay, well, I love how intense it gets and just how it feels to just do it. You know. And I try to put myself with a reasonable amount of water, at least ice water, to keep things cold and keep everything in place so I can maintain my balance on, risky climbs. And it gets to the point, you need to have a level head and you need to know where your liquids are at. Otherwise, you could get dazed 1 second and you could just fall right off and die. Like I've been put in positions like that multiple times on my hike too. So if you're like unaware of that and how liquids actually work, then you know that's one of those things too. I had one where I think it was around like it was not even it wasn't safe to do so at all, but I was checking to make sure I could do it, and I kind of got sidetracked. I think it was sleeping in my head. I ended up doing that trail kind of ass backward, but I'll go back again and make it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do it again. I wanted to do that one again anyway. I didn't go up the right way, but coming down that is a fucking absolute fucking nightmare. Because I didn't look at the map the right way, so I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely do it again. Metacom, however, is pretty much about that intense overall, and it's only like a 2-hour trail. Like, the one I think it was the Rattlesnake Peak or the Pinnacle Peak, Rattlesnake Mountain. That one, that must be like the most intense motherfucking trail I've ever done in my damn life. Hey, what's up? Living the dream, man. Hey. Ow, you are. That is painful. I was farming Titanite chunks, but I'm like, yeah, I'll just put that to rest and actually do something. Fuck it. I'm trying to like reinforce crystal weapon. Nothing too big. Or have this bullshit going on right now. What do I have left? I have Nito and the Four Kings. That's what I got going on for this. Already spending my flame to +5. Yeah, back to the trail talk though. What the fuck was I on? Yeah, Rattlesnake Mountain and Crimson Peak for the Metacomet Trail because it's broken down in sections, so you can't do it all in one go. Same thing with the Mattatuck Trail is also broken down in sections, but they connected it with the roads and stuff like that on all trails. So I ended up like hiking 27 fucking miles altogether. But the Metacom Trail, I think it might be like that, but I do want to do, or actually, I wanted to do the whole trail, and it's not like the Appalachian Trail or anything like that, where you go this far and then you're done, you go that far and then you're done, and you go this far, and like it's just kind of you've seen the point where I'm kind of looking at like a straight shot straight through the whole entire fucking thing, like without stopping, maybe like have some support doing it, but it's just all the other, I think the Metacom Trail was like, yeah, I can. Yeah, I see it. Pride of my soul. Level up. 41. Yeah. Pop it. Okay. There you go. I'm glad the chat function's actually that good, too. Warp 2. It's just going, man. It's going. Like, nothing too crazy. Just explain some shit about trails in Connecticut, and that's it. Firelight Shrine. Uh, I really wanted the chunks, dude. Fucking crap. Yeah, whatever. Worth all of them. Oh, could I had Nito. Yeah, so I have to get the fucking. Yeah. Either way, I gotta do Firelight Shrine. So. Bed of Chaos is completely done. Keep the Scale is completely done. Oh yeah, another skip that I actually got. Probably one of the best starts in the game ever. I don't mind sharing this with you. This is mainly a casual player skip, just to get, some extra soul. And you start off with the bandit's knife. Go over here, go here, and kind of run up. Yeah. It's a little bit. It's kind of like the Dark Souls 3 one, but no one really found this one in Dark Souls 1. And no one really utilizes it, but it was what it was. That's the area, though. You're able to jump up that, and you're actually able to get to the top if you actually position yourself properly. Oh, what are you talking about? What? Ooh. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. 20 after. Let's go down there and just burn them a little bit. I like the foreshadowing in the game where that was once, like, filled with water, and then you go down to New Londo, and then you drain the water out, just like this right here. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, like, the patterns and the way things are in this game are just absolutely fucking amazing. Especially, like, when you go from game to game to game to game, it's so amazing. Like, it just, especially with Bloodborne. Oh. Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 have the same foreshadowing concept with Gundyr. Like, Dark Souls 3 and Gundyr. Champion Gundyr, and then you got the first boss fight. It's a night and day difference, but it's the same fight. It's just different. And then when you actually go into Bloodborne, like, you have the same thing going on. It's so cool. Like, I just can't get over how it works. It's just so nuts. Can I just rest here, or am I fucked? Rest or fuck? Rest or fuck? Rest or fuck? Fuck the rest. Nope. Fuck. Where you at, bud? Oh, that hurt. No. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you're done. Okay. What are you? You done? Oh, take care of this asshole. There you go. All set. I don't know, like, running around with, like, 50,000 souls either. Ah, shit. Well, whatever. Ow. Ah, yeah. Okay, good. And drop down. We're all set here. The recovery speed is absolutely insane, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me. Fucking Christ, dude. I'm trying to make the impossible possible over here. This is the shit that happens to me. Oh yeah, as far as that one trail, um, that I went on. I think, yeah, it was like Kenwood State Park or something. I ended up seeing like a bobcat over there, and he just kind of scurried along. And it's like when you see bobcats and shit like that, and they kind of jump over something, they're usually familiar with the area. So if they jump off a mountain or jump off this or jump off that, you kind of know they know what they're doing. Why not to like, I don't know, don't get too close to the edge on the trail. Try to like give them a little bit of space. Like let's just say he jumped off like right here, because I've seen this thing happen. If you jumped off like right there and you're just kind of like going like this, just kind of venture off to the side because you don't know if he's gonna come back and smack you. Because you're getting a little too close to him to begin with, man. Like safety measures like that are necessary because eventually it's just like, ah. You don't even get me started with the fucking lynx. That's just not something you want to fuck around with either. A bobcat's one thing, and the lynx is a completely different animal. That thing is way bigger than a bobcat altogether. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. So, I mean, on top of seeing a bobcat over there, I did have, I think, a bear experience. I'm not sure. But you got to kind of be somewhat sensible. And in the area, like, you got to have your body, you got to have your senses with you. So you got to be able to, like, feel things and vibrations and stuff. But basically this bear was checking me out. And he kind of woofed at me, right? But the echo was so in depth, I could literally feel it in my chest. Like, this is one of those things, man, where you don't even really expect things to happen like that to you. And then it does, and you're just sitting there like, he's checking me out right now. So, and there's, believe it or not, the sound projection of these animals is so on point. You wouldn't even believe it. So for a bear or something like that to do something to somebody like that, to check if it's an animal, a dog, I mean, you're like looking at, oh, what the fuck, dude? It's just fucking crazy, dude. Like, and especially like when you know where your liquids are, and again, hiking and stuff, you kind of know what you got inside of your body. So it's like to feel something like that, it's literally personal because of how it makes you feel. But again, if you get barked at by like a bear or considering that must have been it. Like, don't run. Try not to run. Yeah, don't run, because that's the last thing you want to do, because once that thing comes out of the woods, that's the end of your life. Made the right choices in my life, I really tried to. Kind of felt things, accepted it for what it was, and just called it a day. Like, I'm not trying to, like, create a fucking, nonsense conundrum and a bunch of drama in between people and stuff, but some people do, some people don't. Oh my fucking god, dude. Are you serious? Jesus Christ. Usually I can just run. I don't have this many issues just running through it. Fuck. But yeah, that's something to kind of like take note of. So they're trying to check you out, see if you're a dog, see if you're a doe or something. Anything like that, they'll check you out. These animals are extremely self-aware. Like there's no fucking bullshit behind it. I kind of had a job offering as a warden too, but I couldn't even find a fucking page online, and it was not exactly, the environment for me, considering what was. Can you? Yeah, there you go. I just don't want him over there doing that. Okay, now we're trying to. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. We're all set. We're good. We're good. Just little oopsies. All right. Yeah. So I just didn't believe what the hell I was seeing. I don't know. The job offerings online are bullshit anyway. I checked in on it, but still nothing. So whatever. Either way, it's annoying. I don't care about what the fuck this thing's doing right now. Grandmaster child, bone, good, perfect. Recovery speed. No, I do want to man, like I shouldn't have killed Steve like that. I was thinking about taking this to New Game Plus. Hmm, I like I can take a whistle for sizzle. I'll be right back. Alright, we're resuming this. Let's go, shoot some ass then. But yeah, back to the, thing with bears. They aren't exactly as you think they are. They kind of know themselves like that to begin with, like, when it comes down to being, like, tactful, and again, it kind of, like, is increasingly obvious with their hunting tactics and stuff. It just, wait a minute, wait, what? No way. What the fuck is this? What? No, what? Oh, what the fuck? I never knew this was here. Huh. Hmm. Interesting. Alrighty. That's the value of Dark Souls. You just never know what's happening here. Yeah, but the main thing is just like they kind of know themselves like that, and that kind of brings themselves into the strategies when they actually hunt. So it's like they kind of know themselves as equal with the nature of beings overall. So it's not like they're controlled in any way, shape, or form. But if somebody, affects their hunting, it's very clear because I've seen a lot of highway lights pushed down in Windsor. Like I've seen one, I've seen because people are just high beaming the fucking shit out of these things, controlling their movement, and the bear takes note. It's just that's the only reason why they'd push something like that down because they're normally very peaceful animals. I have never come in contact with anything this annoying. It's just seeing the point with what the fuck is going on, and it's just like you pick on the bear, and the bear fucking responds like that, and you've known bears all your life, and you've seen how they were and what they were doing. It just gets to the point where like that's the only way they could tell you off, tell you it's an issue, and there's really nothing you can fucking do about it. But it's just that way. As far as like controlling their movements, that's great and all, but it's like it's not it's not going to outright just kill somebody because you told it to. Like the bear has a mind of its own for sure. Especially like when I'm doing things for it because of what these people are doing to it. Trying to make sure that he's all right and stuff, and so my bear experience like would probably be someone's that had all it's just if you're doing I don't know it's hard to explain. Check them. I don't know. I kind of check these things out, and it's not like I was like hunting or abusing or doing things. I was just kind of shutting my car off, turning my lights off, and just letting nature take its course, listening for things. And this is like dead in the middle of the night, so I'm kind of protecting myself considering what was going on and where I assume this thing would be. And my assumptions are always right considering how these animals are. But I'm just trying to gain some knowledge and like understand the beast, you know. And it's not really all about you know promoting violent acts from an animal. It's about just understanding them as a whole. That's where my like thing is, and they are curious creatures by nature, but when they're fucking sitting there being constantly abused, it's like it's just not right, dude. Hero Princess. Should I upgrade this to +10? 'Cause I did beat the Centipede Demon with the War Pick at +8. So I'm just kind of figuring away myself. Cool. But yeah, so it's not like, they're bad animals. It's not like they're like, they don't have minds of their own. But if they had a problem with you, it's just, they don't listen. They're very dormant creatures. They'd rather not have human contact because, well, the way people treat them for one. But it's like, it kind of excites me to see this as an outcome with bears. Like, you just see it. Just to see the animals and actually understand them and finally like actually be able to communicate with some of these animals like the coyotes and wolves. Like I even have those skills too. It's just that's really what the purpose is. I know what they're about because the what out of the ocean already get to this point in life. Like it really is that in depth. It's almost like a gift. It's that serious, man. Like it's just amazing, man. What the fuck? I thought that. There you go. What's that? That's the great axe. I haven't messed around with the great axe at all. I'm trying to figure out what weapon would be the best to cut off the tail or teeth. But I need like 2 hits. Don't need to tighten that trunk for the halberd. God. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it's just getting to know the animals themselves, pay them the respect they deserve, defend their true nature, and not bother them, and show them that someone's actually listening to them, and they're not just sitting there being complete fucking assholes the whole time. It does kind of open up that realm of existence for people to actually communicate with animals, such as bears, wolves, and coyotes, and stuff like that. It does. You just have to pay them the respect they deserve, and yeah, sure they go roar and snap and do this and do that, and you don't think much of it because it's just a dumb animal. It's like this thing knows more about the human body than you do. This thing will put you in your place quicker than shit. If it wanted you dead, you'd be dead. Like there's no debate here. Or you're truly trying to do something to it, you know it. Like, it's just getting to the point with people where it's like, they treat everything the same. They know everything as it is the same as we know it, but it's just way way more in depth than you want it to be. For them to survive that long, though, they have to know something. I mean, like, I don't think anybody really, like, accepts that as a fact, and that's why they just treat it like it's a dumb animal and there's nothing going on with them, It's getting to the point, It's really, you got a fucking problem, You got a fucking problem if you think that's the way it is. And you're gonna act like they don't remember you? Bears have extraordinary memory. Like, probably better than yours. Like, you pretty much don't know what the fuck you're doing at all. If you're sitting there messing with those things, you probably do not know what the fuck they're doing or saying. And you probably don't know the first thing on how to track those bears with the animals around it. Like, can't see the purpose where I'm over here because I'm avoiding a felony because I think these people are trying to do something stupid to somebody else. That's how much knowledge I truly have. I have enough knowledge to actually hunt deer, like, effectively. Like, I've fully proven myself here, alright? Like, I'm not just some fucking retard you can push around. And people wonder why I play Dark Souls, it's like, it's not just the Soulsborne series, that's it. It's how the mind works and what is no longer, you know, oh my lord, what it can't do in the moment because of, yeah, did you die, boy? Thank you. Like, I'm testing my mind out, like, I'm trying to see what's wrong with myself and the defects within myself, and I'm trying to, like, correct them deliberately using the game. That's cool. I got a second chunk. Nice. The goal is just to get the crystal halberd down to the science here, so we're going seeing the end of a lot of beginnings here. I do want to do a great bow finish. Like the Dragon Slayer's great bow and actually like do that too. I mean, like, you know, but kind of getting a point with that. Yeah, yeah. Here's proving that people have been messing around with a lot of these animals, and you know, I'm starting to see the effects of criminal activity here. Yep. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. +3, and you got a +4, so I only need 2 more, and I can use a slab to upgrade it to its final stage. This weapon does a shit ton of motherfucking damage, too. And its durability is like 20. Oh my god, dude. Do you, like, that's fucked. That's so fucked. And the only way to repair it is to upgrade it more, which is kind of a problem. So I don't know how I would actually get, like, I don't know if the crystal halberd would have been it. Like, are there any other crystal weapons that you could forge that would, like, make it possible to upgrade a little differently, or is the crystal weapon kind of like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Because I could, you know, smack things as much as I want. Just when I have to enter that covenant for the crystal weapon, it's like, oh my god. I don't know, dude. They have to use the cat covenant, and then that, oh, what am I part of already now? Cat service +2. But yeah, the cat covenant actually gets you there. That's what the point is. With that, that wood ring or whatever the fuck it is that guy has at the bottom of Blighttown. Apparently he had like a black eye orb or something. I heard a lot of, I don't know, I heard a lot of rumors of weird shit that I haven't checked out myself, but I don't think there's any truth to them. And I'm not really going to give you guys any like tracking advice and how to find out where this animal's at what time of year, and what type of day, and why certain things look like. I'm not really here for that because I still have a lot more knowledge to me than just that to actually be able to know where these bears and coyotes, wolves, and bobcats are at, like what their hunting strategies are like. And I'm still learning as I'm going along, but since it's, an issue, I can learn from the issue itself. It's just see the point, how much knowledge I'd have above everybody else when it comes down to that. Even a warden, like I would have more knowledge than a warden overall. Period. Like there's no doubt about it right now. But their job isn't really to understand animals like live storm bear. Like they're just there to, do things and figure out what's going on here. Fucking Jesus Christ, can I kill this thing? No, that's not happening. Come on. Gives you a lot of souls and a lot of chances to actually get arrows for the Dragonflare or Great Bow, but there's nothing you want to sit there and rinse and repeat just so you have enough arrows. It's just such a pain in the fucking ass. Like before Ornstein Smog, that's not what I really want to do. I mean, I just want to fight the fucking boss, but what other choice do you have? I mean, like, you're pretty much going to be rinsing and repeating that up until you have, like, what, 999 arrows, and then go for it. Like, it just, you could do it in the allotted amount of arrows that you have. They have quite a few chances, but it's just one of those things where you really do gotta buckle down and try to fucking do it. It's just so fucking, it's not even hard. It's just a lot of time has to be wasted making sure you have a shot. So it's not really skill, it's just what you know your timing to be. You know what I'm talking about? Or it's not. Things aren't as they seem, they're just as they're not. Fucking dude, come on, what the hell? And did I hit your leg? What the fucking hell is wrong with this game? That didn't hit anything, apparently. See what I'm talking about? Fireballs are bullshit when this guy has the shield and I'm like whacking his fucking foot with the thing. So I thought I could actually do like Seath and find like a spot for his tail to, crack off with this shit, and it's just not happening. Or I could use a fire whip maybe and I could get that done, but it's just, considering how much fucking shit I gotta go through right now, it's so annoying. I could easily start off with this. Go on New Game Plus with confidence, I guess. Got certain things set up for that. Try to get all the boss weapons, the unique weapons, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's gonna be too hard. Because the end of the game kind of does give you that ability to get that. And then And Ornstein is small, you gotta do it like 2 times. So yeah, you got Smoke's Hammer and then Ornstein Spear. So, new game, you just kill Ornstein first, and new game plus, you get Smoke second because of the hammer and its soul. What else could there be that I'm missing? I can do that at, like with an intelligence build too, so it's not like the end of the fucking world. Can enchant twice without the DLC, or actually get the enchanted +5 and thematic +10. Kind of playing ahead of myself here, but yeah, it is. It's gonna take a lot more than a bear to take me out too, man. Like, I'm just saying. I don't know what you fucking retards are doing. Yeah, come on, bro. Depending with the nature of the animal, and I wasn't actually provoking at all, so yeah, it is. Like, had to be somebody else, considering the nature of the animal. If anything were to go wrong and somebody were to actually die, but, like, sometimes people bring it upon themselves, and they're acting like they're clueless. I just don't believe that either, so, yeah. Yeah. A little, too far-fetched and a lot of, BS to go through for a little bit of pussy, you know? I mean, I might be able to get this last chunk. I need 3 chunks for that one. I think it was 3 chunks. So 3 chunks, and then, yeah, alright, I'll rest the bonfire, take another whiz break, and get right back in it. Yeah, be right back. Back? Alright, hold on. Am I retarded? What happened here? Nothing. Alright. Yep. Yeah, I don't normally hang around people, so any of this knowledge and stuff isn't going to go anywhere. So, just one of those things where this is a stagnant point of somewhat forbidden knowledge as far as animals are, and that's just it. I'm not telling anybody how to do this or how to do that. I don't teach people these things at all, so people are fucking up doing what they're doing it on their own. And they don't know, but I would know, because the way they treat the animal to begin with, so. Then wolves and coyotes don't talk to just anybody. They have memories too. They know who you are, they know what your car looks like, they even, yeah, like there's a lot of knowledge you're not gonna get if you fucked up. They recognize voices, they recognize all of that. You aren't fooling anybody. I wouldn't be able to know what I know about them if it wasn't for me just fishing. So obviously I wasn't provoking the animals, and if you ever get caught doing that, I'm telling you, you lost all the knowledge they could have given you, all the hints, all the tips, everything. Like, I'm in good standing, so. Especially with the bears. I'm in good standing with all the bears. All the bears are pretty cool. Got word of a inconvenience somewhere in Connecticut. My first bear encounter was an actual massive fat black bear in Simsbury. Like, I thought I was gonna die. So like immediately when I seen that thing, I'm like, I'm fucking done. My life is over. I was hiking on one of the trails, and it's just I just looked at it. I'm like, I'm 100% dead. Like, there's no fucking way this thing's gonna just ignore me and kill me. Yeah, he's gonna kill me. And he was just sniffing around and stuff, but I just kept walking, and I didn't run. I just kind of just left it as is, and he just ran away. And I'm like, okay, all right. So he wasn't trying to looking for food, but you know, it's just considering how fat he is, dude. He's probably eating a lot of garbage, a lot of people food, too. You know, it's just, yeah, I kind of warmed my heart to understand that, you know, they aren't complete monsters, too, but it's just, you know, seeing it for the first time, that's what kind of got the ball rolling for me, and it's just how to, you know, work things out the right way here. Oh my fucking god, you just got me. Yeah, nah, alright. You know, I just got to kind of maintain your cool and try to understand things before you take action on animals of that nature. And it's just, once you understand them and their viewpoint on life, it really does recreate what it means to exist. You know, it's a whole entire different thing going on, you know, it's just not something that you kill, not something that you try to, you know, I mean, you obviously have the skill to do things like that, but I'm not about that. Like, that's not what I'm trying to stand for right now with, you know, within the, at least the forces of nature, man. Like, this is just the way it is. And I'm not doing it. This isn't happening. This isn't happening, you know, like, I'm not gonna sit there and fucking do something like that to anything. That, You know, it just makes no sense to me. It would be just a real big setback considering what the hell I'm looking at. And being known for doing something like that, I mean, it's just at the point where the animals would know you for doing that, and they'd worry about you just, you know, what they shared with you, too. So, like, you know, relieve some pressure on them, but at the same time, man, like, you're looking at people that want to, like, use bear traps, they want to use, like, they want to do things. The fact that a bear trap was legal back in the day is just for, you know, for hunters' purposes is just surprising considering what the hell how harmful the things are. Like, I'm really just surprised that, you know, we haven't taken a closer look at what the wild had to offer to us. And the beauty of nature, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, a bear walks they they roam around a lot. It's just the peacefulness and the absorption of the nature and the resources around them just allow them to have that calm nature to begin with. And it's just they aren't as fierce and crazy as you think they are unless they're provoked. And it's probably one of my favorite animals. So I got the crystal weapon done. That's good. But yeah, that was the goal of this video. But yeah, gotta be one of my favorite animals along with the lynx, the bobcat, um, you know, coyotes, wolves, all those. They're just absolutely astronomically intelligent. And communicating with wolves and coyotes, so fun, so amazing, dude. Okay, so this thing was fucking doing 0 damage. Durability goes down to 22. Oh, fuck a duck, dude. Are you serious? Wow, that is poor shit. Lightning war pick. Oh my god. Oh, Smoke's hammer. Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, having to figure out which souls to look at here. The 58 strength to wield that thing. Oh my god, dude, you don't even have enough, and even the weight of that hammer is just fucking insane. God, man, like, what the fucking hell, man? Alright, descaling and strength. Alright, I guess the crystal enchantments are kind of cool, but this is just wow, you know. All right, well, I guess I could do magic, and for this, well, actually, hold on, could I actually? Yeah, I could. I just want to grab some green titanite shards so I don't have to go down low, and maybe some regular titanite shards, because I'm already here, and I have a lot of gold. So I'll get those real quick. I'm not sure how many I need in order to enforce it like that, but we'll see what happens here. Enforced weapon, or actually purchase item. We got Titanite shard, we have 2 more. Have 9 to get it to a +5, so I could buy like 7 more. So buy 7 more. Then you got green Titanite shard. You could buy like 9, actually. Five of those, right? Or nine of those? Is it nine? Well, I'll do nine for now. I don't know. Um, I'm not sure if it's large. Actually, no, it's Titanite chunks. It's blue chunks, so I might have to farm those up real quick. So I could get both achievements as well. That's what I kind of been doing on certain playthroughs. Like this is the Pyromancy playthrough, but I'm trying to get all the achievements in the game. And then I'm gonna do a main playthrough where I'm actually able to just get all the weapons as well. Keep the scale is gonna be one of the most challenging, but I'm hoping I can just bullshit my way through it. I'm not sure if I could push a faith build through that one because I could get Emit Force and Wrath of the Gods. So I do have a plot or a plan to get that weapon just so I have it so I could actually have all the boss weapons and get all the unique weapons and try to get the great swords kind of all in one playthrough. And I think New Game Plus 2 is what they were telling me was gonna be where I'd have all of it, but I'm not certain still. So I'm still looking at the Four Kings because I'm not sure about that either. But I'm looking at a better faith weapon, and I'm thinking I might use the Uji because it's just quick as fuck, and you I could just make that into a divine weapon to begin with, just to get rid of the skeletons, or I could use a club, like the Great Club, because that, I mean, I don't know, and then use that skip for casual play in order to get my strength up to wield it. I think it would be a good idea. And the Great Club is just, it's the Great Club. It just eradicates skeletons. And I need to get my faith up after I'm done getting my strength up, and then so on and so forth. And I'm not sure how I'm going to transition into things, but I want like an intelligence thing, but then I'm like, I don't know. But once I get to see the scale list, it's like, I might want an enchanted or magic club. I'm not, or magic great club. That's kind of where I was at with that. The amount of damage you do with that thing to begin with when you actually enchant it. So I'm like, maybe it's a regular enforcement for a standard weapon. Or once you freaking enchant that thing does like close to 800 damage a swing. And if you have the right stat, like it actually does some serious fucking damage. It's like over 800. It's into 900 once you get a great magic weapon. It's then the lingering Dragon Crest, and it's just a sustained output, like damage output. Like you're just absolutely demolishing. Like there's no bullshit to it. I got a Clarity Ring, enchant it, run out of the tail, smack it one time, and I got the sword. You just have to make sure that he's doing a spell before you actually run past him in order to hit the crystal if you're actually dying one time. That's kind of the plan. If you delay it, actually you could wait at the crystal and then hit it. Because you'll get close enough and it'll get staggered, then you could run around him and then hit his tail one time. But I'm not sure if that even works because I'm not there anymore. Playing with multiple people would kind of help too, but I'm not sure if you actually use Thief with multiple people and actually get the tail when you're summoned. Or just getting it for somebody else. Like I'm very kind of torn between a couple worlds here. magic, get majestic here, so we fourth weapon, we do a where's that thing? Oh, I don't even have it. I have to do a magic weapon, because I have the other one, like, Austin +1, you could, push it all the way into an enchanted +5 immediately. And you can also do the DLC real quick and get the magic done too, because after the Guardian, or whatever the fuck that thing is called, you go straight past once you get past that mushroom bitch, you run straight to the field, and right in the middle there's another blue slab. So I'm kind of like, I kind of got to go back for the blue slab to begin with, and then I got to go and get another blue slab into DLC. Um, we'll do this on the first run through. All right. Yeah, I can do